I'm gonna tell you about how the drug war in Mexico began. And it was boss.
So I just finished watching Narcos Season 4, and this is a series, man, that really takes you into the heart of darkness. I didn't know that I was going to become as addicted to this concept, this kind of anthology series, as it has become when I first started to find out about Pablo Escobar in Season 1. This season takes place during the same kind of time frame as we get into the Cali cartel of the earlier Narcos seasons, but this all takes place in Mexico. It's called Narcos Mexico, and it stars Diego Luna as a drug kingpin, and it stars Michael Pena as a DEA agent, and there's a heat-like intensity that simmers between these two gentlemen, very much akin to Michael Mann's Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. They don't really meet, but they're kind of eyeballing each other and sort of watching each other all the way through the whole season, and then they do have a final encounter that's a big payoff at the end, and it's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Diego Luna, I think, is somebody that you don't look at and you go, oh my God, he's really scary. He's really menacing. He plays the thin man. He's a thin man in here from a smaller area within Mexico, which made a name for itself selling weed and then gets into the cocaine business by working with the Colombians. His empire expands and escalates, and his menace escalates.
Construyendo un imperio.
When you look at Diego Luna, he doesn't look like this ferocious, tough guy. He doesn't look like an out-of-control crazy man like Pablo Escobar kind of did, but Diego Luna seems to have it all under control. He's got it together, you know, his hair is never out of place, he's always wearing nice suits and stuff.
Tengo un plan.
But God, the guy does get that creep on, and he does get that menace going, and he does some despicable things as his lust for fortune and I guess some notoriety, some infamy. He just wants to get into that cocaine business so bad. And of course, Pena is as ambitious on the other side as Luna is to be the world's worst criminal. Pena wants to be the best super cop, you know, and he wants to really make a name for himself and make a name for the DEA, which was still a new and emerging part of law enforcement back in the 80s.
What I want to see is change.
But holy crap, was it a trial by fire for the DEA to go into these different countries, which were fraught with corruption, and there were all kinds of dirty cops and dirty politicians.
Welcome to Guadalajara.
That's when everything gets ratcheted up. There are more deaths. There is more carnage. It is becoming kind of a crazy routine as I watch these Narcos seasons, as these guys just get fueled with this ambition to take over the drug world and to make all the money, and then everybody starts cracking and going crazy and doing cocaine and, you know, getting shot at, and you see the corruption sweeping through the political establishment and the military establishment. All of that stuff is caught on camera here. I love what Narcos has always done, though, is they juxtapose these dramatic scenes filmed with these terrific actors, but then they have all of these newsreel shots and footage from actual newscasts, and we actually get 80s broadcasters as cameos in this thing with their news presentations and stuff, and it's just surreal because as all of these Narcos seasons have shown us, you can't think too big. These Narcos, they went crazy. They went as big as you can possibly think. The way that they murdered people, there's always shots of people shooting at TVs and stuff somewhere within these seasons. Everybody's getting high and shooting at TVs and, you know, scaring people, and innocent people get killed, of course. But there is a routine and a sameness to that same kind of scene happening over and over again, and this is the 4th season. So a lot of that terror and surprise is starting to filter away. But that was okay, I think, with this season because there was such an emphasis on these two gentlemen, on Pena and on Luna. We got the nuance, and we got to kind of drill in on what makes them tick.
You like those, huh?
God, it's compelling stuff, man. I don't think this is my favorite of the Narcos seasons. 3 was actually right up there because I wasn't expecting much, and holy crap did that season deliver. But this is still excellent television handled by great filmmakers, great actors. Netflix, I think, really believes in this property, and I think there is no end to stories in this universe, in this Narcos universe. I'm going to give Narcos Season 4 an 8.5 out of 10.